you're enjoying this. Number one was the circle. Number two is 5 people you admire. And finally, the last strategy is the depression meter. And that's the, I do have the depression meter on my research and resource page. So you can just go to my website, secondwindcc.com. Go to that page, the resource and research page, and download it. And here's what the depression meter is. Now, to me, everybody needs to be using a depression meter. The model actually comes from, it's a hospital model where they're trying to measure pain, how much pain you're in. But it is really important for you to know where this target is feeling, because you need to figure out how depressed are they and how dangerous, how close are they to suicidal thoughts, right? That's very important for obvious reasons. All right. So this is the depression meter. I'll do a close-up. All right, so the depression meter is a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being with 1 being a very good day. Okay. So the depression meter is a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being I am very depressed and thinking and have thoughts of suicide. Okay, not good. A 1 is a very good day. So it's a scale from 1 to 10 with numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in between. Now, if you've ever been to one of my workshops, you know that I have a depression meter, an anger meter, a stress meter, a frustration meter. I think it's important to put a number on your feelings, to label your feelings, because when you acknowledge and monitor your feelings, you're able to better deal with it. Okay, so let me tell you how I use the depression meter, because there are several ways that I use it. The first, I use it as an assessment tool. All right, if you recognize or notice that there is a student in your school who always looks sad, you can always ask them to, of course, you want to have a conversation with them, and in that conversation you can ask them to put a number. How sad are you today? Because you can look at a person that looks sad and assume that they're really, really sad, and they're not that sad. That has happened to me when clients come into my office and they say, or they look sad, and I'm thinking, oh boy, we're going to have a tough session. And then I ask them, okay, what number would you say you're on the depression meter? Oh, I'm at about a 4. Well, that is very different than what I would have given them, because by looking at them, I probably would have given them a 7. And before I forget, let me tell you, anything above a 7.5 on the depression meter means that the mental health professional needs to take some kind of direct action, whether that's a more thorough assessment of suicidality, anti-suicide contract, calling the parent to discuss your concerns, because having a 7.5, that's pretty high on this scale. That means I'm depressed and not okay on this scale. I'm depressed and not okay. And we want our kids to be okay. So the depression meter is a way to have a common language. It gives you an idea of how they're feeling inside. Okay, so that's the first way that I use it. It gives me an assessment vehicle to say, okay, you say that you're a 7 or a 4. Well, a 4 isn't that bad. Tell me what's going on, or you can continue your conversation from there. Parents, you can ask your child, how did it go today? What number would you give yourself today on the depression meter? Oh, I had about an 8. Well, that tells you they had a tough day. Okay, and that may mean that you stop what you're doing and have more of a conversation with them instead of just telling them to go off and do their homework. So parents, I wish I had this when I was a parent, because I think it would have given me better information to know how badly my daughter was feeling. I think I just didn't understand what she was going through. Had I had a depression meter and then maybe have her write her number on a calendar every day, and I could just look at a calendar, I would see a trend. if her numbers were consistently high, then that would have told me she's feeling bad and I need to pay attention to this. You know, I was a single mom at the time, and I was cooking and cleaning and taking kids to school and basketball and all of that stuff. I just didn't pay enough attention. And that's one of the reasons why I'm sharing this with you, is because I wish I had done it differently, and I want you to learn from my mistakes. Now again, my daughter's doing fine, but I think if I had had this depression meter at the time, I think I would have tuned into her a little bit more, and that tuning in may have made her feel better because mom's paying attention. She's concerned about how I feel. You know, so oftentimes, especially when kids get to be in junior high, 7th, 8th, 9th grade, we're just on this track. We tell them what to do, go do your chores, do your homework, do this, do that, and we don't really know what's going on inside. You know, how many times have we seen on TV where the parent of a child who has committed suicide says, I had no idea my child was in that much pain. Well, you know, you can print this off for your parents and have a parent workshop to, you know, describe to the parents how to use it. Again, it's easy, and but it tells you so much good information. So it's an assessment vehicle. It's a tracking vehicle. Again, having them put their number on a calendar or some kind of chart tells you, it tells you just how bad they're feeling and for how long. So the scale gives you that common language to understand how they're feeling. So that's about it for today. I know this has been full of information. Watch this video as often as you like. But, you know, tips and tools for dealing with disruptive behavior is to help as many people as possible be part of the solution. You know that's what I'm about. And I'm going to give you as much information as I have to help you. I want you to share with me what helps you, you know, so that I can then give you credit, of course, but share it with our community here at the Tips and Tools, on the Tips and Tools e-newsletter. So it's Dacia Moore, President of Second Wind Counseling and Consulting, signing off. I would love to hear from you. Be sure to get your free tool on my website and continue to be part of the solution. God bless.